He was arguably a better striker than the great Alan Shearer. He electrified the fans with his game more than the beloved legend Michael Owen. He brought the same magic to the pitch like the mythical Eric Cantona. Yet somehow, history has forgotten about the treble winner Dwight Yorke. Why? Was it the grueling physicality of the Premier League, or was there something more keeping Yorke from the status he deserved? To understand how good Dwight Yorke truly was, we have to travel back to the sun-kissed island of Tobago. Picture a young boy, one of 9 children, barefoot on the beach, dreaming of something bigger. Life wasn't easy. Poverty and hardship were constant companions. But even then, Yorke's dazzling talent stood out like a diamond on the sands of the Caribbean. Fate intervened in 1989. Graham Taylor, England's former manager, spotted young Yorke playing for Trinidad and Tobago against the USA in a World Cup qualifier. Yorke was only 17, but what Taylor saw was undeniable. A raw talent that could dazzle any crowd.
A shiver went down my spine when I saw him play.
Aston Villa wasted no time, offering £120,000 for the boy from Tobago. Dwight later reflected, "Although we lost that match, Graham Taylor must have seen sufficient in my skills to offer a 5-week trial in England, after which I was offered a 2.5-year contract." Now imagine this, Dwight Yorke, the future Premier League star, wasn't just turning heads on the football field. He also had an offer from Harvard. Yes, the Harvard. But here's where it gets even more surprising. A European football giant wanted him too. Can you guess which club tried to sign him first? Drop your answers in the comments. Yorke's rise seemed like a classic Cinderella story until the clock struck 12 at the dark of the night. Reality hit hard. His slender frame worried Graham Taylor, who hesitated to start him, fearing the worst for this precious jewel of a talent he only just discovered. And it only got worse. Yorke arrived in England during one of the worst winters on record. The biting cold, the loneliness and isolation of a new country, not to mention the grueling pace of the Premier League football, tested him in every way. He wasn't just battling defenders, he was battling the elements, homesickness and doubt. And to make matters worse, even managers took a swipe at the youngster, with former Manchester United manager Tommy Docherty saying, "If that lad makes a first division footballer, my name is Mao Si-sung." But Yorke never gave up. Reflecting on those difficult days, he said, "It was very challenging and I was very isolated, but self-motivated at the same time, knowing it was a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity for me to make a difference, not just for myself and my family, but for the younger generation ahead. I was prepared to go all out and move all mountains to get there." But here's where the story takes another twist. Many recognized Yorke's potential early, but few believed he could endure the physical demands of the English Premier League. And when Manchester United came calling in 1998, even his best friend, cricket legend Brian Lara, urged him to stay at Aston Villa. After all, many strikers before him had joined Manchester United only to crumble under the immense pressure of playing for one of the world's biggest clubs. But Dwight Yorke was different. Time and again, he shattered the limits others tried to place on him. So here's a question. What do you think was his secret weapon? Was it his skill, his mindset, or something deeper? Let us know in the comments. And here's a challenge for you as well. If you had the chance to chase your dream in an unfamiliar territory, knowing it would be a grueling journey, would you take it? Share your story with us. Your courage could inspire someone to keep going. Yorke didn't just make it, he soared. He became Aston Villa's top scorer 3 seasons in a row, lifted the then Coca-Cola Cup and scored in the final to seal the victory. But his greatest triumph came with Manchester United in the historic treble winning season of 1998 to 1999. His iconic partnership with Andy Cole produced 53 goals that season, and it was nothing short of electrifying. electrifying. He also ended that season as the Premier League's and the UEFA Champions League top goal scorer. With his infectious smile and undeniable skill, Yorke wasn't just a star on the field. He was a symbol of joy, resilience, and determination. Sir Alex Ferguson himself once said, "There are so many different facets to him. He is brave, has stamina, plays with both feet, and beats men. The complete centre forward." But Dwight Yorke's legacy isn't just about trophies. It's about showing the world that a boy from a small Caribbean island could defy the odds and overcome the critics and become a legend. But here's something you might not expect. Dwight Yorke wasn't just a football star. He was English royalty in his own way. At Manchester United, his dazzling skills and ever-present smile earned him the nickname Smiling Assassin. But Yorke's charm wasn't confined to the pitch. During his Aston Villa days, he became known as the King of Birmingham, beloved not only for his football brilliance but for his magnetic personality. He was a key figure in Birmingham's nightlife, where stories, some true, others exaggerated, about his encounters with fans and admirers often splashed across the headlines. Fact or fiction, these tales only enhanced his mystique, making him both a local legend and a global icon. So what can we take away from Dwight Yorke's story? It's about more than just goals, trophies, or fame. It's about resilience, grit, and proving the doubters wrong. Even in the twilight of his career, Yorke led the Trinidad and Tobago National team to their first ever World Cup in 2006, a full circle moment, given that he was first discovered in 1989 while trying to help his country qualify for the same tournament. Today, Yorke continues to inspire. As a head coach of the national team, he is now guiding a new generation, proving that his legacy is far from over. Dwight Yorke, a player many believed wouldn't survive the Premier League, became a global ambassador for Caribbean football. Talk about rewriting your destiny. But he wasn't alone in breaking barriers. His strike partner Andy Cole also shattered expectations and inspired millions. Watch the video above to learn more about this Manchester United legend.